welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a very technical video. I'm showing you how to contour and highlight your face in a couple of 3 different ways, okay? So if you're interested, keep watching. The first thing to do is to know what part of your face you want to contour and what part of your face you want to highlight. Normally, the points to contour are under the cheeks to make smaller or thinner your face, around your jawline to also make thinner your jawline, your face, and your temples, which also make look your face thinner. And it depends of what type of face you have. Also, you will want it to make your nose smaller, so you will contour around your nose. Or you want to make your nose shorter, so you will contour the top of your nose too. The points that you will highlight. Normally, you will highlight your cheekbones. If you don't have so strong cheekbones, if you have big cheekbones, maybe you don't want to highlight them anymore, okay? Top of your lip will create a vision of you have bigger lip. You will also want to highlight the bridge of your nose, so it will look smoother. And if you have shorter nose, so you have pretty short nose, if you want to look a little bit longer, you will highlight also the top of your nose. On top of your eyebrows also will give more brightness to your face, and in the arch of your eyebrow also will give brightness to your eyes. The tear dot area. To do this correction, so this contouring and highlights, you have a few different ways. You have you can do it with powder, you can do it with fluid foundation or compact foundation, and you also can do it with pencils, brown pencils or light pencils. The powder, you will use it after the foundation. Also, the more moisturized creams or liquids, if it's more compact or if it's more or if it's a stick, you will do it before the foundation, and the pencils you also will do it after the foundation. I'm gonna show you a few things how to contour or highlight your face. I'm gonna do half of my face, I'm gonna contour and highlight with foundation, and the other half of my face I'm gonna contour and highlight with powder or with pencil, okay? I'm gonna start with foundation area. To contour your face, you will choose 2 or 3 tones darker foundation than your normal skin tone, and you will use just a synthetic brush. You choose what are the areas that you want to contour, that you want to make darker, for example underneath of the cheekbones, and softly you will start adding darker foundation in that areas and start blending in very well. The area which normally is darker is the area that is close to the hairline, okay? Now we go to the jawline, we will do the same. In the temple area also. And I'm gonna contour half of my face to look thinner with this foundation, and the other half I'm gonna do with the powder. For this you can use a smaller synthetic brush. We will go from the roots of the eyebrow, but really softly, because I think up in this area is when it looks less natural. If you start more down here, it will look more natural, but don't forget this area, just soft touch. Change the light of the top of my nose. Okay, now we will move to the highlights. I will do it with compact concealer and in a very pale tone. On the top of my cheekbones, very softly. You can use blending brush to blend it right away. You can use just a synthetic brush, put the product on and then blend it in. I could highlight with the concealer on the arch of the brow, or you can highlight also with just eyeshadow, white eyeshadow or pale eyeshadow. Change the light reflection of my nose, the tip of my nose. I don't know if you see the difference, but in the mirror it looks quite different. This is a highlight and contouring very softly, very natural, so I really like to do it this way because it blends more into your skin. Next thing that I'm gonna do is just add foundation all over the face before I put the powder on the side, because the powder is better to use after foundation, okay? So after I applied my foundation, it's still showing up all the corrections and highlight that I did. So now we're gonna move to the powder. I'm gonna start contouring in with a bronzer. You can use two ways, or there are two big ways to contour. One is more all over, like just giving some darkness in some area, and the other one is doing it more specifically with a smaller brush and more in a precise way, in a precise area. This is like in the big area, the big way. You can do also with just a big powder brush, but I do it with this small contouring brush so I can control where I wanted to put the darkness. Also, you can use this angle, more fluffy brushes. Okay, it will be the same. This is a little bit easier at the beginning because they actually form of the face, so it's kind of easy to contour. But I like more this smaller one because I can control where I wanted to contour exactly. And you can do it with a smaller brush, something like this. Any of these two brushes. For example, to contour my nose. I'm gonna use this one to contour my nose. To highlight, you can use different type of products. You can also use powder, you can use some liquid products. There are huge branch of highlight products. I'm going to show you a few of them, but it doesn't really need it to be those that you will use to highlight. I got few. For example, you can use just a normal matte powder. This is quite pale, so it's really good to highlight. You can use, I don't know, a liquid product like this Masburg Artificial Light or this Fluid Illuminator from Lancome. You can use another types of highlights, like these tiny high beams from Benefit, or another types of liquid highlight, powder highlight, more shimmer, less. I normally do, well, I like to do it the general highlight with matte powder, and just to add some drops of more shimmer or the type of product, just for example on the top of the cheeks. I use this dual fiber highlight brush because it works really good, because it doesn't pick up too much product, so you can kind of work good and belting up the highlight that you want to put. The powder contouring and highlight, it will be the last thing to do after concealer and after the foundation. So this is how I highlight and contour very softly. So now, for example, I could add, I don't know, any artificial light or something on top of the cheeks, or I will add also a highlight eyeshadow. But this will be the softest and general way to highlight and contour. I think it looks natural. It doesn't look too overdrawn. The pencils, you can use it the way that you will use the pencils. It will be the same that we use the small eyeshadow brushes. So we will draw softly the line that you want to contour, and then you will blend it really well. It takes longer to do it, but it's much more precise also. Also, normally it gives higher contouring. So this is it. This is very easy contouring and highlight, and I hope it's been useful for you, and see you next time. Bye bye.